Welcome to the Daily Bible for Kids podcast. The date is January the 21st. My name is Hunter, and we are reading through the Bible. That's something we do every day. Kids from all around the world gather here to listen to these amazing stories from the Bible, from Genesis all the way to the book of Revelation. And today we're back in the book of Genesis. You know, Joseph was working as a slave in Egypt, and his masters all thought he did an amazing job. Sometimes, even when you do things right, things don't work out. Let's read about it in Genesis 39. When Joseph was taken to Egypt by the Ishmaelite traders, he was purchased by Potiphar, an Egyptian officer. Potiphar was captain of the guard for Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. The Lord was with Joseph, and he succeeded in everything he did as he served in the home of his Egyptian master. Potiphar noticed this and realized that the Lord was with Joseph, giving him success in everything he did. This pleased Potiphar, so he soon made Joseph his personal attendant. He put him in charge of his entire household and everything he owned. From the day Joseph was put in charge of his master's household and property, the Lord began to bless Potiphar's household for Joseph's sake. All his household affairs ran smoothly, and his crops and livestock flourished. So Potiphar gave Joseph complete administrative responsibility over everything he owned. With Joseph there, he didn't worry about a thing, except what kind of food to eat. Joseph was a very handsome and well-built young man, and Potiphar's wife soon began to look at him lustfully. "Come and sleep with me," she demanded. But Joseph refused. "Look," he told her, "my master trusts me with everything in his entire household. No one here has more authority than I do. He has held back nothing from me except you, because you are his wife. How could I do such a wicked thing? It would be a great sin against God." She kept putting pressure on Joseph day after day, and he refused to sleep with her and kept out of her way as much as possible. One day, however, no one else was around when he went in to do his work. She came and grabbed him by the cloak, demanding, "Come on, sleep with me." Joseph tore himself away, and he left his cloak in her hand as he ran from the house. When she saw that she was holding his cloak and that he fled, she called out to her servants. Soon all the men came running. "Look," she said, "my husband has brought this Hebrew slave here to make fools of us. He came into my room to rape me, but I screamed. When he heard me scream, he ran outside and got away, but he left his cloak behind with me." She kept the cloak with her until her husband came home. Then she told her story. "That Hebrew slave you've brought into our house tried to come in and fool around with me," she said, "but when I screamed, he ran outside, leaving his cloak with me." Potiphar was furious when he heard his wife's story about how Joseph had treated her, so he took Joseph and threw him into prison, where the king's prisoners were held, and there he remained. But the Lord was with Joseph in the prison and showed him his unfailing love, and the Lord made Joseph a favorite with the prison warden. Now that's a tough story. That's a hard situation for Joseph. It would have been so easy for him to give in to temptation when Potiphar's wife cornered him. But it was more important to Joseph to obey God, so he ran from temptation. And that's a good lesson for us. When a temptation is really strong, the best course of action is to get away from it fast. What tempts you? Follow Joseph's example and run. 2 Timothy 2:22 says this, "Run from anything that stimulates youthful lusts. Instead, pursue righteous living, faithfulness, love, and peace. Enjoy the companionship of those who call on the Lord with pure hearts." Well, there you have it, my friends. We've done it again. We've listened to an amazing story, received some good counsel from the Word. Let us enjoy the company of those who enjoy the Lord, and we'll enjoy Him more, and we will live in the strength that He offers us, which is His joy. Hey, what do you say we show up again tomorrow? I plan on doing that. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, I plan on showing up back here. Until that time, let's go forward in His joy. Let His joy be our strength. And you remember this, that you are loved. No doubt about it. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. You take care. Bye-bye.